So, hi all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time of the day we are connecting. So, we are back with another episode. This time, as we covered last time on vibe coding with Deepti, so I have brought her for another session. We are also talking today about development of an application using such AI assistants, vibe coding tools, and we would understand further, like we discussed last time, as to how these tools are affecting the overall engineering stack, what she has done in her project, and the insights that she has to share. Deepti, I would suggest if you can give a quick introduction of yours again to the new viewers of us.
Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're joining from. I'm Deepti Bahel calling from California, United States, and I work as a senior data engineer at Gift Health. And in my free time or as an extracurricular activity, I try to learn AI and build applications which can be used in the healthcare space. And today I'm going to walk you through how I converted my grad school project into an application, first using Streamlit and second using Lovable.
Nice, nice, Deepti. So maybe you can throw some more light on what's the research paper all about? What's the business case behind it? What's the engineering case behind it?
Sure. If you can see my screen, this is a research paper I had written back in 2017 when I was just about to graduate from Purdue, predicting blood donation using machine learning techniques. So this was like a capstone project. My professor had asked me and my classmates to think of some interesting problem and use machine learning techniques to solve that problem. And I came across this interesting data set on Driven Data website. And I went to a few of my friends and asked them, let's do something about this. So we went to the professor and thought and proposed this as our grad school capstone project. He liked the data set and told me, okay, please go ahead and do whatever you want to do with data set and let me know if you need any help. And that's how my journey had begun with this one. It looked like almost 3 4 months to come up with research paper, and I even presented this research paper in few of the conferences in 2017, like Informs Analytics Conference, Midwest Data Science Institute Conference. And
Mm-hmm.
this was a very basic modeling done that time by a graduate student new to machine learning techniques, no vibe coding that time. So we had cleaned the data, then
Mm-hmm.
applied different models.
So,
Uh,
Deepti, if I could quickly intervene in for the best interest of our viewers, what were the attributes in this, and what was the thing that you were predicting? You were predicting the number of donors.
Okay, so this had the donor data, like for a single donor, how many months he had last donated, what was the total number of donations made by this blood donor till date, what is the total volume of blood donated, how many months he had donated, it has passed since he had last donated, and months since he first donated, and whether in the recent drive blood donor had donated or not.
Okay,
These
okay.
attributes, and my methodology was a very simple, used in any data science project. I get the data, I clean the data, and then I train different models on this data, and then compare different models, and see the confusion metric. And if I go below, yeah. So if you see here, I had actually compared the different models I had applied on this data set and saw which one is actually most useful data set. And to be a little more fancier, I had applied the clustering technique as well to see that if clustering improved on different model performance or not. And that's where this got stopped in 2017 after I graduated. And moving forward in 2024 April, I was diagnosed with a kidney failure, and that was the first time I actually felt the need of a system where this kind of thing can be really helpful, because I
Okay.
was severely anemic with 3.5 hemoglobin. I was diagnosed with the end-stage renal disease, and that was the first time I received my blood transfusion. And fast forward in January 2025, when I got my kidney transplant, I started developing allergies to certain medication and not only one, 7 units of blood transfusion between January
Mm-hmm.
2025 to March 2025. That made me thinking and revisiting this project. How is this blood coming from? It is saving my life. What are the challenges the blood donation organizations like American Red Cross have? If I can use something like the project I had done in Purdue to help them out. And that led to a building of this basic Streamlit application where I converted my research paper
Okay.
into a Streamlit based system using vibe coding to help the users the dynamics behind the blood donation. Like the first part is like giving a basic exploratory data analysis of
Mm-hmm.
the data being used. It's the same data set, but I enriched it further using AI to make it more realistic. And then I also added LLM generated insights to the Streamlit model
Okay.
that it reads the CSV file and based on that provides the insight AI insights about the data set to the user. And third part was the modeling and recommendations where I had compared the different models I had applied in the research paper. You can see here, like I had used here logistic regression, random forest,
Mm-hmm.
gradient boost, support vector machine methods, and compared these models. And the last part was the decision support part, which was the missing component in the my graduate school project where the story actually ends. That's where in the Streamlit the story actually begins. Now I have the models available with me, and if I was actually in one of the optimization workshop by Gurubi, one of the professional solver organization. So I came across how they can use optimizations to help the organizations in making better decisions, because the modeling does not give me a data point like, okay, I now have a model, I know this probability, but should I really actually make a decision to invite this donor to next donation drive or not?
Okay.
And that's when this component came into the picture. I add the donor attributes and in the interface, and after that I select what model I want to use, and check the add the monetary components to make me a decision. Like for any donation email I'm sending to a donor, what is the value of the donation, what is the cost for contact, and what is my total budget. And based on these factors the optimization gives me based on the machine learning probability is giving me this probability, and when I applied the monetary constraints given by the optimization, what is a value I'm getting by sending an invite to this donor, and AI gives me that should I actually invite this or not. And
Okay.
this particular case, you can see that this donor is has a decent level of commitment over the last 10 months that make AI interpret that he has a good potential to re-engage with them.
Okay.
And we need to launch a targeted campaign to attract this donor and create a personalized outreach program.
Got it.
And but one of the things which I don't like about the Streamlit is that suppose I want it to give it to you or American Red Cross to use it as a product, it does not solve the purpose. So
Why
I need
so?
something more because you need somebody which is easy to operate on, somebody which has guardrails and compliance taken into picture, because you will be using the realistic data to use this application. And right now, this is all public data set on the Streamlit, and also something which even if you have a mobile phone, you can just enter the input and make decisions and share it with your teammate while planning the blood donation drive as a decision maker. And also, I did not know TypeScript AI and React, the engineering stack used for building applications. So I started looking into the AI assistant, which can help me in creating a good prototype, taking care of a compliance, which gives it more amp like a feeling. Like even I'm showing it to someone, he feels that he's using a realistic application. And that's when I learned about Lovable from one of my good friend, and who is a doctor, who not an engineer. And these were his words: "Oh, I don't need to hire any engineer to build prototypes. No, I can do it myself."
Okay.
And that's how I migrated this entire Streamlit, and in fact added few other features into Lovable. And trust me, it took me just 2 hours to come up with this Lovable prototype. All I was doing was that I feed
So
it
is
my
it
entire.
is it connected to Streamlit or is it built from the scratch and lovable?
It's built from the scratch. It's not connected to Streamlit and all. I just simply went to Chat GPT, gave him the context that if you look, this is my base code for building the Streamlit application, and this is
Okay.
my base data. Attach the CSV and ask the Chat GPT to give me step-by-step instruction to build this application in Lovable. And this is the Lovable interface. I can if I want to add a new component, I can simply just put the code here, and the Lovable will start working and adding the new component. Like in this particular case, I had not added the advanced machine learning models, which are already present in the Streamlit. I want to add them. So I simply went to the Chat GPT and gave the code, and also provided the entire context that in Lovable I want to add this feature. How do I add that? And you can easily see that Chat GPT gave me the prompt that to upgrade this into a Lovable application with these features. This is what I want Lovable to build. I got the exact prompt I need to use in the Lovable, and in fact, it also provided me some other things like this is a nice to have, add per prediction feature, contribution explanation, or
So,
top
but
three
help me
drive.
with a quick thing from I'm thinking from a business standpoint. So, is the like we saw if you go to Streamlit for that particular person, the probability was coming at 42%, if I am not
They
wrong.
both are different data set. This is
Okay.
preloaded. Preloaded, and this one is another one. The data in both is not same.
Okay. Then the results would vary. Okay.
Exactly. And it's
Okay.
just a prototype. It's just a prototype. Lovable is just a prototype. It took inspiration from them, and it does not understand the domain. Streamlit I had actually built uh, for almost 2 to 3 days, but Lovable was just generated in 2 hours by taking the inspiration on what the problem I'm trying to solve, what is needed to be built, what are the necessary compliance, security, and guardrails needed for that. And I was looking for something which is easy to export in the GitHub, and I can build on type the code on my own as well as something which I can easily show to the stakeholders as well, that they
Okay.
find it more usable. And stream
So,
another thing I do not like about the Streamlit is the, like, suppose I want to run a modeling and recommendation. It takes a time to load. There's a lag coming in, if you
mm-hmm.
can see.
Yeah.
But when you go to the Lovable, that's not the case. I just entered few variables up here, and then go to the analyze. See how quickly the things are coming up.
Okay. But how's the accuracy of the two models different? Have we checked on those?
That is not actually the problem we are trying to solve here. The
Okay.
Lovable is more for creating the prototypes. If you want to add the ML models and all that, that is some other thing to that is a topic for the next podcast.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the Lovable is what I'm trying to here emphasize is that Lovable is a great tool for building a prototypes in a small amount of a time. You don't need any engineering team. Like, you're a startup trying to build a product and show to
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
your VCs. Go ahead and put your ideas and build something in the build a good prototype using Lovable, and then you can show to the VCs, even potential users. track the user stories, and keep on adding the components the user want for testing before deploying it into the actual production ready application. This is more of your dev environment, not even a real application. Until
Got it.
you sign up for a enterprise level of Lovable, uh, which has more security and guardrails feature enabled, because if it is, this app is actually hosted on Lovable Cloud, not on AWS server or Snowflake server or any other servers right now.
Got it. Got it. And there's a thing that is coming in my mind. So, as you mentioned that this is just a prototype, so there's no backend ML model running in it to give the percentage. It's just
No,
a.
not right now. That's why the reason I actually purposely did not added it, so that I can show the user if they want to add, what they need to do is that I
Mhm.
just simply, like, I want to add. I got the code from ChatGPT, or you can even use Claude. I went to the Lovable and asked the Lovable to build up that component, and you can see that Lovable starts thinking. It will take like around 2 to 5 minutes to add the components.
Got it. Got it.
This is actually generated in iterative manner. I have to build every screen one at a time.
Got it. Got it. So, if a young developer is asked to develop this application, what do you suggest? Should he or she use Lovable in the first go or not? Like, what's the what's your take on it?
You can use a Lovable in the first place. There's no doubt about that. But you should first know that what problem you are trying to solve with the Lovable. If you don't know the problem you are trying to solve, the Lovable is not going to tell you that.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
More
Okay.
clarity on the problem you're trying to solve, what are the thing components you want the application to help, and that's when the and have a clear vision of how you want your app to look like.
Got it.
I had actually Streamlit as a reference, so it was easier for me. Okay, these are the things in the Streamlit, and I wanted to be more enhanced, more user and business friendly.
Got it. And a very quick question, like these vibe coding tools are very recent in the market, uh, versus the way organizations have done coding in the past couple of years or outsourced coding. Um, so in that sense, in terms of the service level agreements, how are how do you think those are changing if you have catered to maybe any freelance projects, or if you think what are the kind of concerns that enterprises can have in using these vibe coding tools versus the normal set procedures they do for coding?
So the first thing is that, like, if you see that it's building that. So when I try to publish this application on the first go, the first challenge I came across was the security concerns. The
Okay.
Lovable itself was prompting me that you're exposing the user data. It did not
Okay.
understand that I was just trying to build a prototype. Like, suppose this application is being used by Red Cross or any hospital, they cannot expose their data like that. They Lovable itself detected the data breach happening here and the data leakage.
But
That the
it's
first
fine. But it would be fine if the data is in public domain. Then it's fine.
You need to actually work with the Lovable. I don't not sure about the agreement the organizations have who are using Lovable as a prototype tool in their day-to-day work, but definitely that's something we need. The organizations need to, and I need to check on the Lovable side. What do they offer? Because they are partnering with a lot of these other organizations and partners to add different components, like we have like ML pipelines enabled or databases enabled and various APIs enabled. The compliance is another component. They're still working on it, because I'm
Okay.
not sure if any organization or startups have started using it in their day-to-day work.
Got it. And the other thing is like we use ChatGPT and other LLMs every single day for our research work. So there's a lot of hallucination that goes into it. So when these vibe coding tools, when you put in certain prompt and they give the code, then how does a developer check for those hallucinations? Is it a problematic case or not?
It is a problematic case, and the what advantage I found with the Lovable was that I can export this entire code into GitHub. When I test the code, if I found something missing, I already have the code exported in my GitHub repository. I can see what issues are, what how the code is written, and tweak it so that my use case is over. because hallucination would always be there. Let me be honest. I had the hallucinations even while building this one.
Okay, okay. So you could catch them, is what you are saying, via your
Yeah.
set of
If you do
unit
the
cases
test.
or use cases.
Exactly. So I started once I had the application ready, all the component, I started doing the unit testing myself on different components and came across few cases, and then I just simply exported the code in GitHub, saw where the issue is, what the code was at, and fixed it myself. So that's not actually a big concern here.
Got it, got it.
You need to learn. You need to at least understand a bit coding, or need to work with the other vibe coding tool to fix the hallucinations happening.
Right, right. And I see this enterprise ID full governance written at the bottom of Lovable. So enterprise ID full governance is written on the left. Uh, so
Yep.
right, fairness, auditing, and compliance. So yeah, I am able to understand what you are pointing towards. We are at the top of the time for this particular session. So thanks, Deepti. I believe the users could understand. You had already helped us with one session on vibe coding, how it was saving costs and time in your last project. And here also you have mentioned that you could uh, do significant stuff. At least we can see that on Lovable, and there's a significant amount of work that's done on Streamlit. And please note, guys, this is done on her research project, which was a dated project, which was then picked up and done first on Streamlit and then on Lovable. And maybe, as she mentioned, the doctor says that they might not need developers and would do all those things on their own. Though my discussions with the enterprises suggest that they had this thing in the mind that the product management and the non-tech guys can do the tech stuff. However, it's still a fuzzy area, and developers don't need to overthink so much, and they have their jobs strong in place as long as they can fight those hallucinations. So thank you everyone. Thanks Deepti for
Yeah,
joining in.
Ankur, just a minute. Just a minute. The user can see that when I added the prompt, actually the lovable works in the. It asked me the questions like I added the asked the lovable to create a new and add a new feature. It start coming up with the questions.
Okay, okay.
So this is exactly how the lovable functions. So that's the reason I personally prefer lovable. It's easy for me to use, build up different component, do the testing, and build a prototype in a very quick manner.
Got it, got it. Sure, sure. Thanks, Deepti. Thanks, everyone. Do subscribe my channel, House of Analyst Ankur, and I track the IT and engineering services market and have multiple blogs written. Please go through those, and if you like any of my reports, to catch up with me, and I would be happy to get on a call and discuss that. Thank you.